Many months later.
My computer's... Well, I got that new computer I wanted, but just in case, I just want to see if this turns on. So now we get into Fox Kids, and I'll be real with most of you. Outside of Power Rangers and Digimon, I barely watched it. I know, you can get mad at me for that one. Now most of you will say, well, you watched more Pokemon in one Saturday morning, and to that I say, correct! But I didn't really get into Fox Kids until Fox Kids went into the Fox Box era. There were many problems with Fox Kids, mostly because it got hand-me-downs or was trying to go to war with Kids WB and failing, but let's dive in why. Fox Kids wasn't just a Saturday morning block that just popped out of nowhere. No. It was a powder keg out of two reasons. Yeah, that and... Okay, I am so tired of these intros having minds of their own. This is my channel, and... During the conception of Fox Kids, according to Disney World by James B. Stewart, Michael Eisner and Barry Diller would make DuckTales air on Fox way before it aired on Disney channels, until 1989, where Disney was buying independent stations under Buena Vista Television. That wouldn't pan out too well, mainly because Disney took the rights of DuckTales and would only bring it back if they got certain broadcast rights, but this would birth their Saturday morning block.
We'll be right back.
Fox Kids would start its launch September 8th of 1990. The former name was under the Fox Children's Network. Margaret Lois was the main president during the initial launch. Shows that followed the launch were Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Pittsburgh Pigs, Zazu U, Bobby's World, and Peter Pan and the Pirates. In the beginning, Fox Children would only air for a short amount of time. From Monday through Friday, would air for 30 minutes each day. By 1991, Fox Children's Network would relaunch as the Fox Kids Network and would gradually increase its airtime from 30 minutes to 90 minutes Monday through Friday, while getting a 4-hour Saturday airtime. As Saturday morning cartoons were increasing in popularity, Fox was increasing the Fox Kids airtime by 1.5 hours every year. Fox Kids would then integrate with the NFL to air the Fox Kids TV Takeover, which would be a Thanksgiving special from 92 to 98. In the beginning stages of Fox Kids, the block would air shows that were mainly Warner Bros. Animation cartoons. The two main cartoons would be these.
We're tiny, we're teeny, we're all a little loony. It's Tiny Toon Adventures, come and join the fun. And now our song is done.
The idea of Tiny Toon Adventures was from Terry Semel, former Warner Bros. President, who wanted to make new life within the WB animation department, while at the same time make the new generation of Looney Tunes for kids of the modern times. The pitch was either to make Looney Tunes characters into young versions of themselves, or make characters in regards to the old ones, as the 80s and 90s were making younger versions of old cartoons such as Tom and Jerry Kids, Muppet Babies, and a pup named Scooby-Doo. WB Animation would then get Steven Spielberg to collaborate with Terry and Dan Romanelli on January 27th, 1987. The collaboration ended with all of them making Looney Tunes characters that were in no relation to the original IP. By 88, Tiny Toon Adventures was rumored to be a feature-length film, however was switched to a TV series by Jean McCurdy, which in her words was to broaden the audience. Fast forward to 89, a budget of $25 million and 1,200 auditions went out to the production, and the pilot would air on syndication for a test run. The reception back would blow up the show, as Tiny Toon Adventures would topple shows from its rival on the Disney afternoon. Fox would then order the show for 3 seasons, albeit would pause for future episodes for their next show. Animaniacs was the next show to air early on Fox Kids before its transition to Kids WB in 1992. Tiny Toon Adventures was paused around this time to make this show. Due to the success of Tiny Toons, Steven Spielberg was asked to create another show. This would make Spielberg and McCurdy go to Rudiger to come up with the next idea, while Spielberg said that the show needed a marquee name. In the beginning, the Warner siblings were originally going to be based on platypus, but during the production were a mixture of animals to be an unknown species. Spielberg and writer Sherry Stoner would would get a group of people to write on the Animaniacs, and instead of making it all about the Warners, it would become a sketch variety show. Animaniacs was also made during the Children's Television Act of 1990 and was required to have segments that educated kids. While writing the episodes would come up with ways that the Warners can interact with historical figures, while also coming up with musical interstitials such as Yakko's World and Wacko's 50 States and Capitals. Original episodes would cost around $500,000 a segment. The show premiered September 13th, 1993. Fox would order 65 episodes, all for Fox Kids in one season. Animaniacs would become the second most watched show on Fox Kids, while Mighty Morphin Power Rangers would take the first. The song I'm Mad would get a debut in the film Tumbarella and would be demanded for more episodes. After the ordered episodes were aired, Animaniacs would continue as reruns until being switched over to Kids WB. In '92, more Warner Bros. Animation shows were carried on Fox Kids, such as Batman and the Animated Series. WB would carry shows with Fox until the creation of Kids WB in 1995. By 1993, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers would debut. Already got you on that one, okay? Gotcha. And garnered the block much attention for the next 5 years. Fox Kids would expand the brand to get its own home videos made under the Fox Kids Home Video in '94. The block would extend to IP such as Eek the Cat, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and The Tick in '95. Fast forward to '96, Sabon Entertainment and Fox would then join forces, and Sabon would eventually rebrand the Fox Children's Channel to Fox Kids Worldwide. In addition, Sailor Moon was on syndication during this time. By '97, Fox Kids would rebrand again to Fox Family Worldwide after merging with the International Family Entertainment. The company would then aim to compete with the Big Three cartoon blocks as well as Saturday morning blocks. Fast forward to '98, NFL would air more time as a deal for Fox Kids to air less on weekdays to fulfill the NFL package. As the Children's Television Act was implemented for EI shows, Fox Kids would fail on that end, only for PBS to give the rights of the Magic School Bus to Fox. However, that was the only educational show to air on Fox Kids, as the block would fight aimlessly against EI compliance, making Fox Kids the only Saturday morning block to defy the rules.
Get set for an all-new way to watch TV. Fox Box. It's the Fox Box.
Since 1992, Fox Kids has been on the #1 most watched Saturday morning block for the next 9 years. This would all change by 1998 when Kids WB would reach its peak and capitalize on the Pokemania craze. As anime would be the driving force of WB, Sabon would rival the Pokemon hype with another IP in 1999 with Digimon Adventure, creating the Pokemon vs. Digimon battle within Saturday morning blocks. However, with Pokemon having a much better franchise and capitalization, and to be fair, to this day, Pokemon cards are scalped every day by scalpers in local stores. I still collect the figures, okay? I still collect. Not saying Digimon wasn't good. I'm not saying that. But I wasn't into it until I got older. And I still played Pokemon up until Sun and Moon. I stopped playing it now because, let's face it, I'm not getting a Switch 2. And after Digimon Adventure 2, I stopped watching it completely. Digimon would have a cult following and be beloved by a niche audience. Success with Digimon would not last with Fox Kids. Fast forward to 2001, Fox Kids would lose more momentum to one Saturday morning, even when OSM was seeing a decline in audience, but still had to show the Weekenders outview Pokemon during the Johto Journeys airings. While CBS and NBC would get Saturday morning blocks as well, Nickelodeon would conquer all fronts, making Fox Kids dead last, leading to a 35% decrease in viewership. In unison, Sabon would turn over the Fox Kids Family Entertainment stock as well as his own company to the Walt Disney Company in 2001, leading the Fox Kids to be aired only on Saturdays and audiences to refer to Disney's 1, 2, or other Saturday morning blocks. In this time, Fox would then sell the channel block to bidders. 4Kids Entertainment would be interested in buying the block after being a huge juggernaut when it came to its success with Pokemon. On September 14, 2002, Fox Kids would transition over to Foxbox. As many shows from the old block would be transitioned over to ABC Kids, 4Kids would overhaul the block only to air 4Kids dubbed shows such as Kirby Right Back At Ya, Ultraman Taiga, Fighting Foodons, and The Ultimate Muscle. FCC guidelines were also to be met on a lot of anime titles. Problems arose under the Children's Television Act as Foxbox did little educational programming except for 2 shows, Stargate Infinity and Back to the Future, which would have reruns. Foxbox itself added additional shows to the block where Sonic X, The Winx Club, Shaman King, F-Zero, and One Piece before the transition to Funimation. In certain states around the country, Fox Syndicate channels would air Foxbox, while in certain jurisdictions would opt out of airing Foxbox, switching it over to other channel syndications. mainly to either state regulations on television, schedule changes, or budget reasons. While Foxbox ran into heavy regulation on the anime titles, editing it down to make sure if it fit with kids audiences, while in 2005 would change over to what we knew it as.
The Foxbox is now 4Kids TV.
We're for kids.
On January 22nd, 2005, Foxbox would eventually be rebranded over to 4Kids TV. Eventually, 4Kids would lose the Pokemon IP and look on to new anime to air on the kids block. Added shows would include Mew Mew Power, G.I. Joe Sigma 6, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Magical Do-Re-Mi. Saturday mornings in certain states were a conflict to many Fox syndicates. Instead, would air on Sundays in certain states. While certain Saturday morning cartoon blocks were going down in views, 4Kids was steadily keeping the Saturday morning tradition alive. 4Kids TV would move Yu-Gi-Oh! Onto the block as Kids WB would not keep the IP on the block any longer. While this was happening, the slow decline would become inevitable. 4Kids TV would not last forever, albeit that wouldn't stop 4Kids from holding on to what was left of Saturday morning cartoon blocks. As most blocks were going by the wayside, 4Kids TV would aim to expand from Fox to other channels. However, on October 2nd, 2007, 4Kids TV merged with the CW to create the CW 4Kids, after Kids WB would be discontinued after 10 years on the air. By 2008, Fox and 4Kids would end 4Kids TV, but this wasn't because of a prior decline at all. No, it was because 4Kids refused to pay Fox. True story, go look it up. Since its prior release, 4Kids and Fox had battles between state and independent networks, scheduling, following guidelines, and of course,
money.
As 4Kids would not pay due to time leases, Fox would not guarantee affiliates and approval at 90%, as many Fox stations refused to air the block on many channels in the country. 4Kids shut down on December 27, 2008. Fox would then give back time slots to local programming and EI-driven shows and dedicated its time to other programs and ceased airing kids shows as the competition would be too vast for Fox to keep up with. 4Kids TV only exists now as a closing logo until the advent of Toon and the second to last rebrand in 2010. After that, Vortex would be the last rebrand before 4Kids Entertainment would dissolve under bankruptcy. Fox Kids had a good run. The problem was Fox Kids relied heavily on other animation studios to create its cartoons, while Disney and WB did not have that problem creating original content. On the other hand, investors such as Sabon would aim to dominate the children's cartoon block. However, failed to understand trends at the time to make decisive conclusions, therefore having to sell Fox Kids off to Disney and Fox to eventually dissolve 4Kids. While 4Kids did its best to extend the tradition of Saturday morning cartoons, it would fare miserably, and in addition, Fox syndicates would refuse to block in many jurisdictions, even with heavily dubbed anime IPs. 4Kids did not do it any justice, as refusing to pay channels it was airing with would bring the Saturday morning blocks to a close. But as I see it, Fox Kids, like most Saturday morning blocks, are a staple on how we grew up.
We're so gallantly streaming.
And the rocket's red glare.
Epilogue.
So I usually do something goofy in my endings sometimes, but I like to talk to you guys, content creator to audience, because I usually never get to do that. So as you can see, this is my studio, and well, it has been some good times in here, but unfortunately I will be leaving this studio as I go to Texas next month. And well, it's been a tough decision for myself, but there has been a lot going on with me and the lady that I have in my life, and well, things are starting to get a little bit more serious. And well, I'm not going to be here in this house anymore. So with that being said, does that mean anything for the channel? Well, I mean, it's going to mean there's going to be a new studio, okay? I know a lot of people have been asking, is there going to be more content out? The answer is yes, okay? That has not changed. The only thing that is going to change is, well, this studio. And there might be other changes coming along with that. Now you may see that I might have a subscribe star or buy me a coffee, and that's for the new members that may be coming to the channel or the old members that want to see new content early before it goes onto this channel. There is also a Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal also out as well. Well, why are you doing this? Yeah, a lot of people are asking. Now, this channel has been gaining some traction for a while, and while it has been slow for the summer, there is still traction going on as this channel continuously grows. And with that being said, I would like to keep this channel 100% independent. There have been a bunch of sponsors coming to me and asking me to do advertising deals on my channel. And while I would like to do that, I would also like to have 100% autonomy and 100% independence when it comes to my creations. Now, I can't do that without the contributors. Now, however you want to donate, whether it be buying the merch, which I also have, liking the channel, sharing the channel, subscribing to the channel, however you want to contribute, that's how you contribute. And I'm okay with that. But every contribution does help the channel stay independent as long as possible. I try not to get sponsors because, well, I like to be sponsored by viewers like you. And I know, Corporation for Public Broadcasting is gone. I'll make a video about that soon. But as things change, a lot of things might stay the same, but you want to know something? Nostalgia is good, but not always. You gotta get with the times. You gotta upgrade your stuff. And I'm gonna do a lot of upgrading on this channel. It might take a while for me to do so, but hey, that's the cost of being an independent. But as we continue to grow, I hope you still stick around. And I also hope for the audience to keep this channel 100% independent, free from advertisements, just how you like it. And lastly, I hope that all of you are doing well, and I hope all of you are making some positive changes in this ever-changing world. See you guys next time.